Thank you so much, Kathy. I hope I am visible as well as audible now. My sincere apologies for the technical glitch, but these are some of the travails we have in the online and the digital era. But nevertheless, my sincere apologies again, and let me begin with what I have in mind. So many things have been taught during this pandemic. It has taught us how to be completely agile in the face of adversity. It has taught us how well we can all work together, irrespective of the kind of organization we may be or the different industries we may be in. It has told us how well all the government bodies work together at the state and center, along with the industry associations and the different organizations. It is such a proud moment when we say that after the pandemic, we had got such extraordinary support from all the government bodies, right from the Prime Minister's office to all the different offices, to Gaudaji's office, to all the different entities in the state at the center, just so that the patients can be kept at the center of all our decisions. And whether it was supply of medicines, whether it was relating to the transport issues, whether it was relating to all kinds of clearances, everyone came together and did such a marvelous job. It is an extraordinary moment in our in the entire timeline, because there was even no differentiation between an Indian pharma company or a multinational company. Everyone was working together to resolve the issues. All associations worked extremely closely to resolve the issues. When I look at what else it has taught us, it has told us that healthcare is such an important part from a perspective of the well-being of the people. We often get carried away in talking about the economic perspectives, about the rate of growth of the country, about different topics. But healthcare tells us that when faced with a healthcare crisis, nothing else really matters. What matters at most is the safety and the health of the citizens of the country. And to that end, I believe that a lot of positive is going to come out for the future. We have already seen extraordinary initiatives when we talk about Ayushman Bharat, when we talk about the efforts being made to ensure that every possible citizen in the country has some sort of an access to medicines, to healthcare. I think we are making very positive moves forward. It's also important to understand that the Make in India program, the Make in India topic, is so critical for achieving self sufficiencies in the area of pharmaceuticals. Over the last 10 years, we have seen that the capabilities of India in terms of producing its own APIs, in terms of several other areas, have taken some sort of a backseat. But with the renewed focus now, I'm quite positive that we are going to get back into a much better mode of self sufficiency. Which brings me to the next thought in mind. Make in India is good, but I believe innovate in India will be great, because as we go on towards a journey to becoming a great nation, we have to believe that we can innovate, we can be in the forefront of creating new science and new technology to be able to address healthcare issues, whether it's in the area of pharmaceuticals, whether it's in the area of devices, whether it's in the area of overall healthcare. Innovation is going to be the backbone on how well we will develop as a nation. And when we talk of OPPI, OPPI represents the companies, the global companies with a huge amount of experience in innovation. And I believe we are looking forward to an extremely exciting era of partnership with the government, with the Indian industry, with the local industry in bringing about the kind of innovation that India needs. We already saw several examples of that during the pandemic, of the innovations that have come in for the sake of the patients. And I believe this is going to take extraordinarily better ways in how we will manage it in the future. Innovation without access is not something that can be really exciting. And what excites me most about the emerging healthcare trends is the way progressive actions and progressive decisions and policies are being taken by the government, including e consultation, including e pharmacies. including the strengthening of the entire supply chain. I believe that in a country like India, at the backbone of the digital era, the mobile phone, the new technical areas available for connecting people, access can be so beautifully served by e-consultations. One of the issues in access has always been the very low doctor to potential patients ratio in the country. And the fact that in the rural areas, in a lot of the smaller towns, we don't really get the number and the expertise of doctors whom we really wanted. And I believe that e-consultations, the growth of the digital era, the fact that patients far away can even make payments to the doctors for the consultations is a really exciting area. And when we talk of technology, we talk of near patient devices. When we talk of e-pharmacies, we talk of the ability to deliver medicines anywhere at any corner of the country. I believe that we are really closing the loop in terms of providing healthcare access to most people in this country. You combine that with initiatives like Ayushman Bharat, and we are looking at very, very exciting times to come. It is also important to really understand that when we are talking about innovation, when we are talking about access, when we are talking about digitization, we also need to understand that apart from taking care of primary care of the current disease burdens, we are talking currently about diabetes, we may be talking about cardiovascular diseases, we may be talking about respiratory. We must not forget that the next stage of improving healthcare is in bringing about sharp focus on the rare diseases, on the specialty areas, on the biotechnology areas. And that's something also where, as a country, we need to become stronger and stronger. I do not wish to take too much time, but I believe that this year being extraordinary in the way it was is actually opening up extraordinary frontiers for the country to progress in the area of technology, in the area of healthcare, in the area of science for healthcare. Thank you so much.